Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Browns Latest. It's the post-game edition, and once again, it is the coaching that does us in. This is where we get you caught up on the latest news and tidbits and things that are tied to our favorite team in the NFL, the Cleveland Browns. And before I go off the deep end, thanks for everybody who likes our previous, like the episodes, who is subscribed to the channel. I appreciate it so much. We've never been closer to 11,000, so I will change the fit when we get to 11,000, hopefully this week. And thank you to everybody who gets your comments down there in the viewer comment section. 31-29 is the final. We wasted a career day by Shedeur Sanders, and even though the defense was gashed multiple times, as we wait for Kevin Stefanski to, we've been eliminated from the playoffs. We wait for Kevin Stefanski's press conference because he needs to explain why you would go for two when Shedeur gets us down and we're within a score. All we do is kick the extra point and we're down 7, plenty of time, and you did exactly what you needed to do, get the ball back. And then you got to go down there and go for 2, and then when we go for 2, we turn it into a circus act. Unbelievable. This coach, if he is not fired by Monday morning, but we say this every week. All right, first the good news. Let's talk about Shedeur. I told you he was going to go off. 23 for 42, 364, 3 touchdowns, 3 carries, 29 yards, and a touchdown run. It was all just grit, grind, willpower, everything he had in that touchdown run. He was doing everything he can to bring us back. Here's what I'm going to say. He looked so good in that first half. He's throwing it all over the yard, and then we come out in the second half, and we're getting out-coached again. He did make the one bad decision throwing that interception, but it was, he's a rookie, and he took a shot. But it was bad. But you heard Chris Myers and you heard Stink talk about it through the whole game. Stink couldn't say enough good things about him. He says you cannot play man-to-man against him because he is going to eat you up. The pinpoint throws, we have our franchise quarterback. What we also have is a coach who makes Hall of Fame horrible decisions. His decision-making should be in the horrible Hall of Fame at this point because it's every week, every quarter of every game. Kevin Stefanski kills us. And not only that, the special teams, again. Big punt returns, block punts, big kickoffs. It's the same problems every single week, and we won't eliminate the problems. And we've got it. If you watch that game and you think Shedeur Sanders is not our franchise quarterback, then you were watching the game with your eyes closed. You have no idea what you're looking at if you don't think Shedeur Sanders is our franchise quarterback. I mean, he did everything possible to get us this win. Harold Fannin. So not only is Shedeur Sanders now he's the first rookie quarterback in franchise history to go over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns in a game. Harold Fannin Jr. set the franchise rookie record for receiving yards. He had 8 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown. Told you Jerry Jeudy would. We fed him in the first half, and then we couldn't figure out a way to get him the ball in the second half. The second half play calling became so predictable early on. And then what happened? When we got down 2 scores and you let Shedeur just cook. Let him cook! Why? We throw the ball on first down, which is great. But then everybody everybody knew we'd be running the ball on second down. So we run the ball, we get stuffed. And now we got to throw the ball on third down, and they're sending the house. Why could we not throw the ball 2 times in a row at the start of the second half in those first 2-3 series. Why not go up tempo? How about that? You had them on their heels. You had a couple of stalled drives. Go up tempo. Change it up. We never, ever, ever do it. We are constantly out-coached in the second half. Shedeur couldn't have done enough. Let me check my notes to make sure I'm not missing anything. But Shedeur couldn't have done any more. That's the beauty of having Shedeur now. Because even when you're down 2 scores, you know you have a chance to come back. You know the chance is there with Shedeur. And it was. And he did. And that whole team deserved better. Even with the defense laying an egg today. He made good decisions all day. Other than the one bad decision was the interception. The deep ball he tried to force. I think it was the Bond or possibly Tillman. But that was the one bad decision that he made in this whole game. I know he's checking down when he needed to, threading the needle, those seam routes, man. He was hitting them all day. He did things Dillon Gabriel in a million years. The talk is over. This is done. I told you Shedeur Sanders was going off today. I told you that. You could see it setting up. And I don't know. And I told you wouldn't be able to run the ball on these guys. I told you that. Let's look at the running stats. I told you we couldn't run on them. Quinshon Judkins, 14 for 26. Well, Dylan Sampson's back to 2 carries. So there you go, for 4 yards. But at least we threw him the ball. 5 catches for 64 yards. So I love Dylan Sampson. I mean, he had the bad fumble, but it's like, it was a great tackle, textbook. What are you going to do? Again, rookie, But we have Shedeur, and we are able to overcome even those mistakes when you have a franchise quarterback. And we did. But we have a coach. Why the hell we went for 2 when we got it to 31-23, you'll never be able to explain that to me in a million years. There's no way. This is why I cannot wait to hear him explain his way out of going for 2. And then after Shedeur takes us down the field, you're going to take him off the field. When you have to go for 2, you have no choice but to go for 2. You're going to take him off the field. I have never seen a coach have more fireable offenses in consecutive weeks than this guy. He's got more lives than a cat. It is unbelievable and so frustrating for fans to go down there and every Sunday we commit our Sunday afternoons to this for him to screw it all up. He has thrown away this season. Kevin Stefanski. Unflippin' real. And he doesn't even know when to make a chat. Like that forward pass in the first quarter. Like, challenge that right away. What are you worried? What are you wondering about? What are you thinking about? Absolutely you have to challenge that. But it takes him 10 minutes to figure out to throw the challenge flag. The thing that I never saw coming was Tony Pollard. 25 carries, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, he just gashed us, man. Like, that was... I guess the defense was due for a clunker against the run. I never thought it would come against them. But you know what I'm going to say? This is what you're going to deal with Shedeur. These teams are coming in all gassed up against Shedeur, for sure. That defense. You saw all them guys trying to do the perfect timing thing. When they made the interception, like they did something. Like, Shedeur was great all day, avoiding the run, the escapability, everything, all facets, and they were coming hard at it. That's what's going to happen. And so you have to be ready for that. If we only had a coach, Devin Bush with the nice interception, Denzel Ward, well, it took him to game 13, but he got hurt. I think that's the longest he's ever lasted. But Carson Schweschinger led him in tackles again. Myles Garrett had the 1 sack. So he's 3 tackles for loss. So he's one step closer to setting a record. He'll get there. He'll get there, and he'll get there. I want him to do it in 16 games or under. He'll get there for sure. But they obviously had a game plan to take him out, to keep him from getting to Schmidt 1 for 1 on the field goals. Here. The team stats, I was surprised because I looked in the we had 351 passing yards, so they're 108 they had 108 yards passing, Cam Ward. And they still put up 31 points, and we still lost. A game they had 184 rushing yards, we had 61. Penalties, they had 11 for 85. All those face masks. I mean, those were legit, too. You heard Stink say it during the thing. We had 7 penalties for 50. Time of possession, we had the ball 3 less minutes than they had the ball for 31-56. We had it for 20, almost 4 less minutes we had the ball. And still, right there. If we had a coach that knew, I would never in a million years, you'll never be able to explain to me why you'd go for 2 when you got it down to 31-23 and you have plenty of time left to do something. It just makes absolutely no sense to me. The defense, the special teams, the big return right out of the gate. Big return. Set them up. They got that short field. They go down and scored. Larvadain is not a punt returner. We got to figure that out because he keeps fumbling every week. He's a kick returner. He was a kick returner in college, just like us, trying to take right tackles and make them into left tackles. We want to take a kick returner and make them a punt returner for us. And I don't know how many fumbles it's going to take for them to figure out that. And I thought he made a questionable decision on the one when he let it. He told everybody to get away and he let it bounce. And I thought, oh boy, it was right before the drive that should have tied the game. But it was it was just a very questionable play by Larvadain again. So what did we learn? Okay, let's start here. I'm over the Wildcat. And I said this 2 or 3 weeks ago. Everybody knows what you're going to do. And so you absolutely need this. To me is blatant. He was trying to lose this game by going for 2. I have never seen a coach make those kind of decisions. When you can get it, it's a 2-score game, and you can get it down to 7. I've never seen a coach go for 2 like that. Here we go.
We expect more from our run defense. The giveaways there, that's not about who we are. We got to protect the ball. We had a punt blocked, and obviously not getting either of the 2-point plays really off is frustrating. So that's on all of us. We own it. Can't hide from it. It's all of us. It's offense, defense, special teams. It's players and coaches. We'll own it. It's frustrating, but we'll move on together. That's what we'll do. Then I'll take any questions.
I know Shedeur had the pretty bad interception, but just overall, what about the sort of moxie that he showed in bringing?
Yeah, he fought, throughout the game, which we knew he would. Obviously, with any young player, Mary Kay, there's going to be ups and downs, and I thought there were some really, really, really good moments. He'll keep learning from some of the plays that he wants back, but some really good moments.
That's fair.
On that last 2-point conversion.
Yeah, not going to get into all the specifics, Jeff, but obviously did not go as we thought it would.
Did you make that call or did Tommy?
Yeah, I make every call.
Told ya.
Why would you take him off?
Yeah, it's a 2-point play. Didn't come through on our first 2-point play. Got to the second 2-point play. We didn't come through, but that's on me.
Was that play call yours or Tommy's?
I'm responsible for all of it.
Kevin, on the first one, just I guess what prompted wanting to go for it in that scenario?
Yeah, it's a scenario that we talk about a lot. That's something that when you're down 14, feel good about the decision there. Didn't come through.
You
You mentioned the run defense. What did you see as being the biggest issue?
Yeah, we have to look at it. That's not what we're built to do. It's not what we're about. We'll look at all of it again. It's things that we'll make sure we point it out and fix it. But give them credit. But that's something that we hang our hat on.
No Malik Collins. No Malik Collins today.
Blunders. How do you keep believing in Bubba?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that type of stuff, Jeff. We have to play better. We have to coach better. But that's just the bottom line.
Ethan, was it an Achilles?
Yes. You don't know till you get the testing, but didn't look good.
And said concussion?
Yes.
Kevin, is this the kind of game where, just how do you explain all of the mistakes just across the board from so many different phases of your game against a 1-11 football team?
Yeah, I think you go into any game versus anybody, Mary Kay, you have to play your best. You have to execute in the time when it's time to execute. It's our job as coaches to put our guys in position, and we came up short, bottom line.
Is the reason you didn't use Shador on the 2-point play was because you fumbled the first time?
No.
How soon did you know that you were going to go Wildcat for that 2-point?
During the week, you talk about 2-point plays in total, plays that you like in those moments. And obviously, the first one we didn't get off exactly how we wanted to. The second one didn't get off how we wanted to.
But you shouldn't be running him in the first place.
Yeah, it's something that we've done in the past. I know you see it around the league. The idea of being, you get the 2, you know what you're doing at the next one, but something we've done before.
Unbelievable for him to just sit there and flat out lie. You got to show somebody. Put it in the comments. You got to tell me when you go for 2, when you got a chance to cut it to 7. I get it if we were down 15 and you had to go for 2, different. We were down 14. You needed 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points. That's it. This guy, if Haslam has to come out of hiding. He has to come out of hiding. What did we learn? Here we go. Stefanski is the worst coach in the league, and he has been for not only every game this season, every game the last 2 seasons. He lucked into the playoffs in 2023 with Flacco, and they played 4 of the worst teams in the league that year, and they got into the playoffs and then got hammered by Houston because they played a good team when they got to the playoffs, because Stefanski cannot coach his way out of a paper bag. Why we didn't go for it on 4th and 2? Then we take the delay of game, and then we're going to punt, and then we get the yards back. Why are we not going for it on 4th and 2 when we're moving the ball on them? And we're going to take Shador off the field. This is like all the people who get in the comments and say, like, Stefanski doesn't want Shador to succeed. How can you not watch this stuff and not believe that? And then Shador just overcoming all of it. Can you imagine what would be happening right now if we had a coach that believed in him? Unflipping believable. The freaking Wildcat. Are you kidding me? What is this, 1994? Oh my God, if I see that, the Wildcat. Like what are we doing? The play calling is so predictable at the start of the second half that, we don't make adjustments ever. We have a head, and I told you he had his hands all over these play calls, and he just admitted it. I told you. Even though Tommy Reese is the play caller, he is making all of the decisions. He said it when he handed it over. You knew it. You knew he was making those play calls, and he just admitted it live right for us right now. Unflippin' believable. Shador Sanders, you know what we learned? He continues to learn and grow, even with this buffoon for an offensive coordinator and a coach. I would love, we got to get him out of the way. It could be better, even better with Tommy Reese. How do we know? We'll never know because we got this guy in the way. Another thing I learned is not drafting Cam Ward was a great move. Look, he's everything I thought he would be. He's inaccurate. He throws funny. He is he's not going to work out. I hate to break it to you, all the Cam Ward fans. I know he's Shador's buddy, but I said all along he's inaccurate, and sure enough. But look at Shador. Shador outplayed him by 1,000,000%. Those throws he made, are you kidding me? The touchdown to Njoku, the way he was threading the needle, throwing into tight windows. I mean, Stink was talking about it the whole game. Unflipping real. There's another game. Another flipping winnable game. If Kevin Stefanski is not fired, then we know for sure that the fix is in. This is unbelievable what keeps happening with this team every week. Unflipping real. We'll melt down Monday. We'll do it. That's going to do it. We got the viewer comments. We had some come in. Haywood Armstrong Jr. was looking for a big day from Bond today. They took a shot at. I thought that was pass interference on that one big pass play. I thought that was a call we should have gotten. Elon Bomani says the only way they win is if Shador goes off script, and sure enough, yeah, they should have won. And Shador, and I don't even think he necessarily went off script. He was just going through his progressions and keeping the plays alive and keeping his eyes downfield. You know what that sounds like? Sounds like a franchise quarterback. That's what it sounds like. So yeah, he doesn't now he played so well. I knew this breakout game was coming. I called it. I told you it was going to happen. I told you he couldn't run on him, and I told you had to let Shador cook. And he was cooking, and what do? We take him off the field at the two most critical times we needed him on the field. Gigi Free, always speak life, go Browns. She said 3 touchdowns for Shador, 2 for Quinshawn, and this was during the game, and she was close. And she's like, what the heck, give Harold one? Yeah, Harold, got it. Harold got one. Like we have weapons. For anybody who says we don't have weapons, we have weapons. And then Confidence Builders TV, I'm just glad that he chimed in, didn't realize we do the pregame show, and yes, we do the postgame show as well. And then Confidence Builders, we have a Meltdown Monday every Monday. We wish there were more Victory Mondays, but the Meltdown is always about Kevin Stefanski. Unflippin' believable. All right, we'll be back tomorrow, Meltdown Monday. The Browns, this is a game Shador deserved better. He is our franchise quarterback. There is no doubt about it. The search is over. That's the only good thing you can take away from another botched win by Kevin Stefanski. Going for 2 when you could cut the lead to 7, you will never, ever, ever be able to explain to me how that makes any sort of sense. And then you've got your franchise quarterback takes you right down the field, and then you need a 2-point conversion, and you're going to take him out and go with this wildcat nonsense again, when everybody on the flippin' planet knows exactly what's going to happen with Quinshawn Judkins back there taking, he's not throwing. And then you're going to try, fake. It turns into the Keystone Cops. It's Benny Hill's show. Play the music, the Benny Hill music. Circus music. Play this. I've never seen 2 coaches, Stefanski and Ventrone, survive more fireable offenses in my entire life of watching football. If he is not eliminated from this coaching staff, there needs to be an investigation. Absolutely. Unflippin' believable. All right, we'll melt down tomorrow. Go Browns. We'll see you next time.